Hey guys, how's it going? We're back in another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the new update that just got added yesterday to Retail Tycoon. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So they have added a good amount of stuff in this update here. There's some pretty cool stuff actually. So to start off with, there's the biggest thing that has been added, which is a new worker, which is right down here below the delivery drivers, which is the finance reps, as you can see right here. They have the function of giving out loans to people who are not normally able to afford the stuff that they want to buy. So basically people are wanting to buy stuff, but they don't have the money for it. So in turn, they'll go to the finance rep to ask him for money, and depending on how expensive the item is, there's a certain rate of how likely they are to get that loan. I'll quickly go through it with you guys, just so you guys know how it works. So the first thing you have to do is, of course, hire a finance rep. As you can see here, I have two here. That's good for my setup, and I have a decently sized store. So of course, fit it to however you need it, but that's what I have for my store. And then you have to place down a what we have in here. We have a desk right here. You have to place down a computer desk. As you can see, the model for that has also been updated, where to now have two seats, so that people can sit there and get their loans. And then you just have to place them down in your store, like I have done here. As you can see, I have two here in my store. It would be smart to have them somewhere around where the people walk. So yeah, it would be smart to have them close to what you're selling, so they don't have to walk too much around. And then you can see here that once you have the place down and they are sitting at the desk where they work, they will then just start giving out loans to people who will want to buy something. Let's just see if we can get a guy right here somewhere around. Yep, yes, okay, so you can see the people will walk up here, and you can see they'll say they need a loan. As you can see here, they want to get some pears, but they don't have enough money for it, so they'll ask for a loan. And once they have been checked and hopefully get approved, as you can see, this one will be here, as you can see, are approved, they will then get the money they need. And here they actually got a loan of only $2, which is stupidly small, but that's just how it works. And let's see, we don't have any loans over here, so wait, we have another one here. Perhaps this one will not be approved because it's a bigger item. Let's just see if they're lucky. No, that was, you can see it says I can't give you a loan, and they'll be, oh well, too bad, I can't buy stuff. And then they'll then they won't buy anything, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they'll buy some smaller things for the money they have, but they won't be able to buy anything. Why is that blocked off? I don't know. It shouldn't be. But anyways, that's how the finance webs works. Of course, if you have any questions, be sure to tell me in the comments, because I will be glad to answer them down there. But let's move on to the next thing that has also been added to the game, because there's been a good amount of stuff that's been added here. So yeah, as you might have actually just seen before, where I just walked up to them without even noticing, is that there are now sellable cars in the game, which you can see right in here, down below personal transport. It's right down here. In its own section now, that's called that's called vehicles. Sorry, it's in Danish here, I know, but yeah, it's called vehicles, and they are economy cars, where you can now sell a sedan, a pickup, a SUV, or a minivan. And they have these two new things they can be placed on, which is in shelving. We have a new 4x2 of these shelf displays, and we also have a giant circular thing here, where there is, I think that's the dimensions of 7x7, but not with missing the three things in the corner. So pretty big thing, and luckily I just had enough room for them. As you can see right up here, I had some room for my 4 cars here, just nicely fitting in. And yes, you can color them. That's actually also another thing. You are now able to color your floor paneling or your floor displays here. As you can see, I've also done that down here, but you can now do that if you want to. As you can see, I've made these green. As you can see, they are very expensive. They cost 13,000 and sell for 15,000, so it's a very expensive thing. And yeah, so it's a pretty expensive thing, so it does sell at very low. And you need to sell 100 to get your first money tree, as you can see right in here. 150 it is, not 100. But as you can see, I haven't really sold a lot at all so far. But I haven't also really played that much since the update got out. But yeah, that's the new Sellable that has been added to the game. And then for last, there are some new changes and somewhat that has been added to the game, where now the money trees now actually give 2% more profit per tree instead of just 1% of revenue, which basically means that not really much has changed other than that lower margin items are now won't be OP. So I'm actually not sure what that means. It means that, you know, it's more balanced, so there isn't that one item that's extremely good compared to some other items. So yeah, that's what's picked up, and it's a very important distinguishment between that it's 2% profit and not 2% revenue as it was before, because revenue is the total price of the item that is getting added 1% of it each. And now it's 2% of the profit, so it's 2% of the money you make off the item. So, for example, if you sell stringed instruments, the revenue of this guy is 850. That's the thing you sell it for. So if you now had one money tree, or let's just make it easy for yourself, if you had one money tree, and you sold one can of food, you would then, oh actually no, that's a dumb number. If you sold one large furniture and you had one money tree, you'll then make 1% of the revenue, which is 1%, which is 1% of the 1,000, which is 10. So you'll make 110 per this. But they've changed it now, so it's 2% of profit, and the profit is the revenue minus the cost. So that's 1,000 minus 450, which is 900. No, that's 550. So it's 2% of 550 and not 2% of 1,000. So that's maybe a bit confusing for some people, but that's how it works. So it's not of revenue anymore, it's of profit. So they haven't gotten more profitable per se, but some things have just gotten a bit more profitable, some things have gotten a little less profitable. So for example, here it's 550. So which 1% of that is 2% of that is 10. No, that's 550. That would be 1%. That's number 2. That's 11. I think it would be. So it would then sell for 561 instead. And no wait, that's the money you get on this. So you would sell it for 100 and. You would sell it for 111. I think that's how that works. 1,011. So that's my 1,011. I think that's how it works. I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's how it works. My math may be wrong. I'm not completely sure. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. And there's also been some bug fixes. The color palettes for some items have been updated, so they work now. And what was the last thing? Also some falling things that has been changed. So yeah, that's going to be it for this update. But yeah, that's it for this update. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. And if you really enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe. But until next time, I'll see you guys then.